It's probably gonna take less than 5 minutes.
All right.
So hi everyone. I was thinking what I'm gonna share with you guys, but I came up with I'll talk a little bit about accounting, taxes, and a little bit about real estate investment that I'm learning right now. I feel like this will be very useful to you once you guys have all of your money coming in from your businesses. You want somewhere to invest it. So I think it would be a good place to do that. Uh, First of all, who are sole proprietorships or partnerships like myself, right? And who are corporation? Okay, there you go. So the thing about sole proprietorship is it's very good to start with because corporation at that time, if you want to incorporate it, has a lot of costs associated with it, like other taxes and this stuff, registration with HST. But if you are not having revenue for more than $30,000 a year, you don't need to change it into a corporation right now. But there is a reason why it's important to change it into a corporation at the right time. Biggest reasons are the less liability you have, because if you are a partnership or a sole proprietor, that means your business and yourself, you're the same entity. So me, Swaraj is pretty much equal to taxably. So if someone sues taxably, they kind of sue me. So that's a big thing about a corporation. Once all of our businesses get really big, and in this country, I've seen, like in North America, basically, a lot of people sue each other, like for nothing. So it's always important to cover your back, whatever you're doing. So corporation does that for you, number one, and also less taxes, because we pay almost the maximum money we pay that we earn for ourselves to the government, which I don't think is a very good plan for hardworking people who are giving away all of their money to the government. So let's say 5 years from now, you guys all are millionaires, and now you have a lot of money, and now right now you want to invest. Maybe you want to move to a different direction. Maybe you want to invest in your own company. Uh, so recently I came up on a thing. It's called, we all talk about net worth, which is pretty much your income minus your expenses. But we should really more talk about net wealth, which is much more important than net worth, because even if your income keeps increasing, your expense keeps increasing, your net worth remains the same, even if you earn $500,000 a year. So it's important that we understand this a little bit differently, and we work on building our net wealth than net worth. Net wealth means that how many days you are able to survive, keeping in mind the inflation and everything, if you stop working today. That's kind of your net wealth, to give you an idea what is it. So if you have a lot of money right now, why not invest in real estate? There are a few ways where you can do it. Most of you have heard that you have to do a 20% down payment, and the most common is the get financing from A lenders, which are the big banks. But there's a lot of problems when you do that. Number one, coming up with a down payment. Like I myself, if I want to buy a house, I don't have 20% down payment right now. So that's always a problem. So as real estate investors, this industry gone better. There's a lot of creativity comes in this. The recent thing that I learned about is a vendor take back mortgage. I don't know if you have heard about that. A vendor take back mortgage is something like that. Let's say I'm selling a house and Omar comes to me and says, I want to buy your house, but I don't have any money. So, and let's say Omar's credit history right now is not so good that banks will actually lend him. But what vendor take back does is I act as a bank, as the seller, so that I give Omar the mortgage so that Omar can buy this house from me. This is an advantage in a lot of ways. Number one, if you're a seller, if you're selling the house, that means you're going to have a lot of capital gains. Depending on your income, what's going to happen that year? You'll be paying off a lot of taxes that year. And you don't want to do that. It's your money after all. So if you do something like that as a vendor take-back mortgage, you can get only interest income. So which divides your income over the next 5 years or 10 years, however long you have the mortgage for. Another thing which is good is that it's more leverage for you, because you would always want to get in with as less money as possible. So vendor take-back mortgage lets you do that. Sometimes you can get up to like 5%, 4%, even 3% down payment. You can get a house on vendor take-back mortgage, depending on how you're doing the deal. There's no credit check. No one's gonna come for you for a credit check or anything. And also, you can negotiate the interest rate. If you go to a bank and say, this is how much interest rate I'm gonna pay, they'll probably laugh at you and say that, okay, go up. But here you'll be able to negotiate that with your vendor. One of the biggest reasons why, because your seller is actually focused on the sell price of it. He doesn't want to, he doesn't really, not sure if he wants to make money through interest or not. But banks, their primary source of income is interest. So you cannot negotiate that with them. But here, the seller is actually focused on selling the house at a profit. So he doesn't really care about how much interest that you'll be paying or not. So,
Swaraj?
Yeah.
Your time's up, so finish your thought and then we can have questions, okay?
Yeah, so that's just a little small way, like if you're looking to do real estate investing, and if you're looking for other creative ways of financing, this is one of the ways you can go for.
Thanks, Swaraj. Does anyone have a question for Swaraj?
I hope not. I don't know a lot about it.
I have a question. Like, say, yeah, for example, so you act like investment advisor of some sort, right?
I'm just learning. I'll be like, I'm working with a couple of people to get my first in a real estate investment deal in the coming 2 months. Mm-hmm. So what I do is basically I look for private sellers, that properties that are not on the MLS or on the realty site. So I check for those. I talk to sellers, and depending on how they are motivated, if we can get the property, either renovate it, sell it, or we can be able to rent it out. There's a lot of ways, like you'll be able to, depends on your strategy.
Awesome, thank you. So if you guys have more questions about real estate or taxes, Swaraj is definitely the person to message on the Mighty Networks platform. Chris, we are running out of time. Can I save your question to the end and see if we have time?
Sure.
Thank you. Kristen, can you give us your video?
Yeah, sorry, I've never done a screen share before, so just bear with me. Okay. I'm assuming I just click on it and, oh, that was easy.
Make sure you click the little button at the bottom so we can hear the audio.
Yeah. Also, sure. There's like 2 little check boxes on there.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you.
And then the other one's for like optimized video. So.
Okay.
I love when our tech companies help us out with our tech.
Can you guys see that?
Yes, we can.
I'm sorry, it's 25 seconds over, but you can cut me off anytime. This is really dorky. I apologize.